Hello and welcome to episode 24 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. So, first of all, at this point I do wanna thank everyone for actually watching this series. I'm actually surprised to see how many that are actually watching this series too. So yeah, yeah, it makes me very happy. And yeah, so I do want to point out here right in the beginning of this episode that it is also very important that you watch all the episodes because it in the end it will give you a lot more satisfaction when it comes to the story. I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying it's literally like reading a book and jump several pages in that book and continue reading just to get to the end faster. If you actually jump any episodes. I can't say anymore because of spoilers. I don't want to spoil everything, but just trust me when I say that you will enjoy this even more if you actually watch every single one of them. Anyhow, we left the last episode right here, so let's talk to Minfilia. A hero in the making. Oh, right. This is... well, I can tell you there will probably not be much action in this episode, but it's a good one. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of the many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eosia. But for your character and courage, you were risen to the esteemed post of Envoy. Wow. I know English, I promise. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Yustola that Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than you personally bested the primal Ifrit. That was actually in the last episode. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. Oh, she can apparently see through the door. Just kidding. We have guests, Geoffrey. Or rather, you have guests. Lady Minfilia. Radiant as always. Oh, you charming, you. I love this like yeah. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I'm here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa Lominsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Geoffrey, your recent exploits have garnered you the attention of the grand companies of Eorsia. I see. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. Oh my, too bad they're all men. I prefer you, Minfilia. Even though I don't know why people actually see Minfilia as this beautiful lady. Like, in my opinion, she's average looking. They would not ordinarily go to such length to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Joffrey's deed spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know of this triumph is to be expected. But what of the other grand companies? Your reputation precedes you, Master Richardson. 'Tis no ordinary man who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of valiant men such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the 12th What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Master Richardson. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A man of your talents belong with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorsa took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lominsa to the shore of glory. Yeah. So, to make things clear here, these are the pacifists, and these are the hardcore people that like goes out in a blaze of glory, and yeah, if you basically if you talk shit about one, the entire army will come, and these are I would say pirates. Hell, they even call their grand city a ship. What the hell? Lay them in Filia. Sigh. Very well. What I'm quite sure you need no reminding. Mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the grand companies are all-encompassing organization empowered to call upon the martial economic and technological resources of their respective city-state in time of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Lim-Salaminsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a grand company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the grand company best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day needs not to be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as a part of proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses out to help you make an informative decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well. Let Joffrey hear our leader speak, then return here with his decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service. But I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of rewards is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Joffrey, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one man. In the midst of a grand company, however, you will be one man amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the dangers. I can think of no better arrangement. Alright. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. The science, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. Okay. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. You're also changing, Geoffrey, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what tomorrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you make ready for a journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance service are due to take place. Alright. Holy crap, that was a lot of reading. Alright, let's continue here. I'm sorry about I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Geoffrey. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often too few to many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes as to plan, Gridonia's Grand Company, the Order of Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services. And Elder Seedsiri Kan E Senna will deliver her address at Kyoto's amphitheater. I think it's pronounced like that. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges, involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the service might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that. So make Redania your first port of call. Right. Next, you'll need to go to Ulda, where Flame General Raban Aldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there is to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merlwib Bluefistwind will be given her address. I swear, that was probably the closest I ever been to actually pronounce her last name. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, some fall, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance Service suitable, educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, with your record of impeccable timing and luck. The shuttle may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans for a while. Right. Okay, so let's start by heading to New Gridania then. That's where you're going. Yeah, so I swear, every time I come to Gridania, it's always nighttime. Oh, it looks like someone else is going to do this quest too. Yep. That means he's watching a cutscene.
I lost my son to the calamity.
Yeah.
The three Seed Seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood. Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysin. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For all
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridonians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with the two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the most troublesome, being of naturally warlike disposition. Wow. And want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent. I think it's pronounced like that. And have long been on friendly terms with the Gridonians. Until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof. They have grown aloof. A change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Ramu. The Gridonians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. For they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty. For one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The Twelvewood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridonia vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood and thereby the power of the elementals will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridonians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adders will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Alright. Alright, so yeah, we are done here. So in the next let's head over to Fanalan. Actually, I am going to do this because I don't want to waste too much money, and well, that's all. 120, that's much better than 540. Yeah, so yeah, I was not exaggerating when I said the Gridanians are the peace-loving, tree-hugging people. No. Oh, I'm already on the right side. Never mind. That's where we are going, I think. The steps of fall. Yep. And here's the paladin trainer, if someone wonders.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Rauban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raoban?
I just love that.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
Yeah, and that was straight from World of Warcraft. Be fire, be reborn.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far? Something smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems, for they have been quite quiet these past 5 years. The Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffer are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldans send their forces to smite Primal and fought invariably success. Each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition, which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder then that Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your expertise would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Alright, well, we have gone over time here, so we will be visiting Limsa Lominsa in the next episode. And yeah, I do wanna thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, even though not much was actually happening. You guys got a bit of background story and also a bit of insight in the different factions. Anyhow, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, please hit the like button. It helps me a lot, and it also helps other people finding my channel or this Let's Play on YouTube. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. And if you enjoy my content, feel free to hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my episodes. I will be back again tomorrow, and until then, stay safe out there.